I wait for more people to get here. Hit that thumbs up. How you guys doing? I didn't even tell anyone it was going live. I just kind of popped it on. So, I have a lot to say. And, hey, Tammy, can you hear me okay? Because I'm not using a headset. So I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Hey, True Texan. You guys can hear me? Hey, Amber. Hey, Christina. A bit muffled low, but not too bad. I could put on my headset. If I could find it. Is that better? It's not saying connected. That is better? Okay. All right, good. Usually it says like connected to iPhone. All right, it's better. All right. So let me give you all the good stuff first. Hey, Twisted Tea. Oh, I'm so glad. So I still gotta get Annie's out. I haven't sent Annie's out yet. Hey, Georgia. So, okay. It's cold here. Very cold. It was amazing seeing her. This is the good stuff. I'm probably gonna end up crying. I should have taken my makeup off first. It's been amazing seeing her, but she is very sick and it's hard. You know what I mean? She loved all the gifts. She loved the shirt. I met her brother, her sister-in-law, her little nephew, who's so cute. I got plenty of videos of them kissing and him running up to her and kissing. So, one thing she had never done, she had never gone to Red Lobster. So I said, well, that's it. That's where we're going. We're going to Red Lobster. So we go to Red Lobster. I told her, get whatever you want. It doesn't matter. So she ordered an appetizer of mussels. She chowed them down faster than I've ever seen. And then told me she never even had mussels before. I said, well, I guess you like them. She had her soup, my soup, a couple of rock shrimp, and then she had the ultimate, which had lobster tail, which she never had before, and like three different kinds of shrimps. She picked out, and there was a lot left over. But she's like, I am so happy. I always wanted to go here, and I never went here, and I've never gone here before, and I always wanted to. So it was something she really enjoyed. And I was happy seeing her that happy. You know what I mean? So we were hanging out with brothers most of the day, and then her husband was working. And then we went out to eat and then went back to her brother's house. And you can tell that she was getting tired. So we were hanging out for a little while. Hold on. Hey, Reagan. We were hanging out for a little while, and then it was like 8 o'clock, and I was like, she keeps, falling asleep. So she keeps falling asleep, so it's probably better, let me just go back to the hotel. But then she woke up for a little while. It was like, I'm jumping ahead. It was like 7 o'clock. And she was like, she was looking through different YouTube. She's like, oh my God, Diane's on. I said, why do you listen to these people? So she goes through the whole list of everybody she listens to. I'm like, you're crazy. I was like, I don't listen to half of them. And then she's like, oh my God, you got to hear this. So she plays me MM. And then she starts to cry. And she starts to cry due to a comment that Wag said. And it really twisted me, like really twisted me. And the reason why it twisted me so bad is because, it's all fun and games, harassing someone, obsessing over someone. It's all fun and games until somebody gets fucking hurt. And she got really hurt. And now, don't get me wrong, we all know Janice is sensitive. And we all know that she cries a lot. But this was over the top wrong. And the lies that were coming out of MM's mouth, I made a community post about it, but as I'm driving back to the hotel, it's really bothering me. And I'm sitting there like, what the hell is wrong with you? It seems the only part that I heard was MM said something like, oh, why isn't she there? I thought she was getting money to go to a hotel last night, and I thought she was driving and going on this whole rant. Bitch, I drove fucking over 10 hours yesterday. I got a hotel last night. You want to see my fucking receipt? And for the last month or so, other than making comments about the dog, I kind of just ignore MM, like, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But to see Jonice hurt, hey Ash, to see Jonice so hurt by what was going on, my question is, MM, move on. The fact that you're sitting there lying, why are you even talking about Jonice? Why are you even bringing up Jonice? Just tell me why. And the whole way back to the hotel, I'm like, what a fucking bitch. Like, why are you worried about everything I do, MM? Tell me. Are you that obsessed? Like, let's say, argument's sake, let's say I lied, okay? Let's say I lied about the whole thing and I made the entire thing up. And Jonice doesn't, was fine and I wasn't coming to see her and I lied about the whole thing. What does that have to do with you? Just tell me. Why are you tracking my every fucking step? And don't tell me you're not, because you are. So I want to know what I have to do with you. Why the fuck can't you move on? You are an obsessed stalker. And I looked into harassment laws in New York, and you do file under a class, I think it's class C misdemeanor, if there's no fear. But then you have a whole chat lying, and you have a whole chat going, oh, she was just doing this, or she was just doing that, she was just grifting. But why do you care? You don't donate to me, so why do you care? Tell me. Tell me why you care. Tell me why, if I was to rob my entire community, which I'm not, but if I was to rob my entire community and made up the entire story about Jonice, why do you care? None of your people donate to me. None of your people care. You don't donate to me. So please tell me why this is your concern. Again, I took Phoenix to Nashville yesterday. Got there at like 2:00 and then drove here. And I drove until, what time did I get in? Around midnight. And I checked into my hotel. How dare you? Like, seriously, how dare you? And the anger in your voice about what a scammer I am. I'm sorry, I didn't know that I needed to check in with you every step of the way. Next time I go somewhere, I'll be sure to check in with you. However, I do have a question for you, MM. How many times have you gone to see Purple Rain? Wag, my question for you as well. How many times have you gone to see Purple Rain? You know, because you're so busy in my business, why don't you go see your own friend? Why don't you stop worrying about mine? But she's not even the worst of it. Jonice started crying and said, I thought Wag was my friend. And why would he say these things? So, again, I'm going to point this out because I know that some people are slow and some people need to hear things slow. Nobody in my chat, but obviously, you know, the ones that are going to re listen to it. Wag, your obsession with me is as bad as MM. I'm not sure who's more obsessed, you or her, for different reasons. Wag, I know that you're a narcissist that only thinks of themselves, okay? But Jonice, unless, all right, I'll put it to you like this. If Jonice sees her 40th birthday, I will change my mind about God, okay? If she makes it to October to see 40, I will come back here for that party and I will fucking go to temple. I will be a believer, okay? And I mean that wholeheartedly. Jonice's days are numbered, okay? It's not a secret. She told everybody, we all know. One of Jonice's wishes was to meet me, and now I found out to go to Red Lobster, was to meet me and spend some time with me. And of course, my obsessed haters had to run their mouth. And I wouldn't have seen it if she hadn't have seen it. And I don't know exactly what Wag said, but it hurt her. And I know that it bothers her that he says, oh, my cancer's fake and blah, blah, blah. That bothers her too, but not as much as whatever was said in the comments. And again, I didn't see it. I don't know what was said, but she did start crying. I don't get why people can't think for 1 second about somebody else. Maybe, just maybe, keep your fucking mouth shut, especially about Jonice. Wag, worry more about your girlfriend and your sobriety than worrying about me. I understand you can't. But there's a time and place that you just don't cross that line. And this was one of them. Not only Jonice read it to me. Like we were sitting there. And I thought she was listening to Diane. But like I said, she read off a whole list of everybody she talks to. I mean, everyone she listens to. And I just laughed. But why? Jonice can't go to a bar and go partying. Jonice can't, like I was asking her, is there a lake we can go to? She can't walk around somewhere. She's very sick. So she has YouTube and she listens to a lot of YouTube. And of course, Jenny, because he's a loser. It is a great visit. Don't get me wrong. Hey, Debbie. But it saddens me that she's got to see this. Now, in all fairness, if I was going back and forth with these people and she just happens to see it, I can't say anything. She couldn't say anything. But I'm not going back and forth with these people. Don't don't pretend, like you care about Jonice, because we know you don't. So don't act like this is about her, because it's not about her. It's your obsession with me. You don't have to like me. You absolutely do not have to like me. I will never tell you you have to like me. But when I'm visiting a terminally ill friend, you don't sit there and try to change a narrative so you can get super chats. It is disgusting. Wag, same thing to you. Can you not allow Jonice's visit with me? Because if you cared about Jonice, you would just say, it's really nice Laura's there. Or, I wonder what they're doing. I don't know, something. And again, when have you gone to see Purple Rain? Like, when have you gone to see a friend? Doesn't matter who pays for it. When have you gone to see your friend? Never. You didn't even know that that she couldn't get a transplant. We all knew that, but you didn't know that. But you're her good friend. The fuck out of here. Am I yelling? Hello? Hi. What? Is this what? Yeah. Tomorrow's my checkout. What? What are you talking about? I'm here till tomorrow morning. Yes. I paid for 2 nights. It's 2 different reservations. Yes. Thank you. Bye. I thought she was yelling at me like I was too loud. I thought she was going to say, you have to be quiet. I got nervous. No, she's like, you have to check out. What are you talking about? I paid for tonight. It's 2 different reservations. Because I paid for last night when I got here, and then I paid for tonight, I paid a week ago. Colleen, because it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. It's unfair. It's not fair to Jonice. Why can't you just shut up about me? You don't have to like me. And then you got Wag all up in there. Why? Is there not enough people to talk about on YouTube? Oh, Remy's an asshole. Not my Remy. Remy, R-E-M-I, is an asshole. Hey, Chronicles. Yeah, no, not this Remy. There's another Remy. Morgs, I agree. It's every single live. But when Jonice played me the part of what she played me, I mean the anger in MM's voice. Oh my God, I thought she was going to a hotel today, but again, I didn't know I had to track my every move. I didn't know that someone was tracking my every move. But if they were, they would know that I spent fucking over 10 hours driving yesterday. And I was gonna ignore it. I really was. I'm like, you know what? Just ignore it. It's MM. She's an asshole. Blah, blah, blah. Don't stress out over it. It's not worth getting upset over. But you know what? It is worth getting upset over because Jonice was upset. That's why. Hold on. Hello? It's okay. I understand. Have a good day. Bye. Shoo! Hey, squirrel. That scared me. And see what Amber wrote. It's disrespectful to Jonice, especially knowing how much she cares about you and all she's going. Thank you. Well said, Amber. And that's what I'm saying. Even if you don't like me, respect Jonice. Like, why can't you just respect Jonice? and just shut the fuck up about me. But I, and then you have a whole chat full of people. Oh, she's just grifting. She's just this. She's just, again, what if I was? What if I was the biggest scammer on YouTube? You know what? If I was a big scammer, I'd have 700 people in here. I see it all over YouTube. Every fucking scammer in this community. Huge views. Every single one of them. It's fucking mind blowing. They don't. They cut off. So I clipped them myself. My trip is going good, Sassy. Morgue's way bigger. Way bigger. That's what I'm saying. And yet, some of these people, me. Whatever. I'm just over it. You know, and then I heard, just to address it, then I heard QB say, I didn't hear the actual clip, so don't quote me, but I heard QB say something along the lines of, I will never co-sign the stuff Laura's done. What? Bitch, you've done 10 times worse than I've done. Most of the things that you think are me were never me, but carry on. But I'm just so sick of the fucking harassment. Hey, Allie. Usually I'm meant to glide in a track. No, it's not. Jonice, all that matters. She was so happy. She is a sweetheart. And that's why when she cried, I got very upset. But I didn't want to do this in front of her. I certainly wasn't going to do it in front of her family, but it was fucking eating at me. It was absolutely eating at me. Especially when she cried over what Wog said. And again, I don't want to ask what Wog said. I don't know. But there he was. Instead of being a man and getting a job, he was in MM's chat because she's talking about me. I challenge her to go live about anything but me for a week, for a solid week. Go live every day. And it's like, it's not, it's a little different if I was going to meet Rhonda. Then again, she's in Australia. Thank you to Texan. If I was going to meet Rhonda's healthy. We could do things. We can go to a bar. I can understand that. But like, this isn't hard enough. It's not hard enough seeing someone that you've known for years go through the end of her life. Every kiss that she gives her nephew, she doesn't know how many more she's going to have. It's very hard. Thank you, Haley. It's very hard going through that. Hey, Box, it's very hard to see that, it is. I don't know how, I don't know if anybody's ever watched somebody go through it who wasn't a family member, a grandfather, your grandmother, a friend, not a friend, like a husband, but I've never seen anyone go through it other than my, like my grandmother. And I know that this is the last time I'm ever going to see her. And that's a hard thing to swallow. And I've never visited someone knowing it's the last time I'm ever going to see them. I may see them online, I may see them, but physically, I'm never going to see her again. This is tomorrow when I leave, that's it. It's, And I told her, the same thing. Yeah, by the way, you guys were asking me kids' ages, 15 and 11. I know I couldn't remember if it was 11 and 7, but it's 15 and 11. And I'm not going to speak about it because it's her life, but I actually learned things about her today I never knew. Interesting stuff. And I just, it's like you can't get enough time with someone that you're never going to see again, but you also can't do much either. You know what I mean? You can't, we can't go hanging out, go to a bar, go swimming. We just can't do anything. And she's extremely thin. And she was telling me that her legs hurt really bad. And I said, "Can you smoke pot? Can you do this?" That's what happens with metastasized cancer, and hers has taken over most of her body. So, real bone pain. And the good thing is, thank you, Debbie. The good thing is her weight is steady, which is a good thing because um, end of life, you lose a lot of weight and you just keep losing. Well, she's actually holding steady, so that's a good thing. She's been holding steady for a while, so that's good. But not too often have I met anyone in this community that, oh, and now I could post the shirt that I made her. Yeah, she's mobile, but that was the other thing. Going back to her brother's house, going up the steps was tough. She had a really hard time on the last couple of steps because it's a lot of walking. I mean, it wasn't, generally speaking, for someone in her condition, it's a lot of walking. And through it all, she still had a great spirit. I'm telling you guys, you see how fast she ate these mussels and the lobster tails. She was chowing it. And then with the soup, I didn't really care for it, but she had never had New England clam chowder before. So she ate hers, and I'm like, "You want mine?" She's like, "Yeah, I do." I said, "Okay." Oh, she definitely enjoyed it. Yeah, I posted some shorts, um, and there's a lot more I have to post too. But, like her face looks really good, and I told her that, like, for as thin as she is, she doesn't she doesn't look sick. You know what I mean? She doesn't look like when you see an anorexic that's like 5'7" and 85 pounds, they look like a skeleton. She doesn't. I mean, I don't know what she looks like naked, but we were talking about chemo and she was crying, that she would never want to go through that again. And it was the worst experience ever. And that she still has nightmares about them sticking the needle in. Um, and I don't know. I just, you want to hate me. Don't fucking do it to Jonice. Don't fucking tell Jonice. Don't talk shit about me when you know I'm visiting Jonice. Get a life, for real. No, I'm not in Cincy. I don't even think I passed Cincy because that doesn't sound familiar. But she had said the one thing she wants is for everyone to get along. She wants the hate to stop, and she doesn't understand the hate. And Jonice, again, has been with me for 4 or 5 years already. So it's not like she hasn't been around for it. All she wants to do is enjoy the time she has left. She doesn't know how much time she has left. You know, I told her, you have to keep fighting. You have to keep fighting. Yeah, I don't think I'm far from Cincinnati. She's like, I plan on it. I plan on it. I said, because don't give up. Just don't give up. You don't want to give up. And if you don't if you don't like me, that's fine. Don't use Jonice as a way to, thank you, Colleen, scam money. Don't use Jonice as a way to get to me or lie about me to get to Jonice. And I know what's gonna happen. Tomorrow morning, when her husband leaves and her kid leaves, she's gonna go live and she's gonna talk about me and she's gonna say, "Oh, I wasn't talking about Jonice," but you are. You are talking about Jonice, saying how I'm lying about coming here and I'm scamming and blah, blah, blah. That's talking about Jonice. So you can save your morning rant for someone else. You know, you may not like me, but other people do. And you may not like me, but Jonice does. And that's what this was about. This wasn't about MM counting my money. This wasn't about MM running her mouth. This wasn't about MM keeping track of everything I fucking do. That's not what this was about. And again, I didn't know that this trip had anything to do with you, MM, but obviously it did. Again, I didn't hear the rest of the live stream. Jonice just played me that part. And then again, Wag was in the comments. It just disgusts me. It really does. I am so sick and tired of every single fucking day. MM, move on. Janice might need to hear that. It's okay if Janice doesn't know. She started crying. Oh, you mean about fighting? She does have to keep fighting. She's not ready to go. I asked her that. Hey, Spitfire. I totally asked her if she was ready to go. She said absolutely not. I said, okay, then we fight. And we talked about, when she goes. And I told her, I said, you better go up there and get rid of cancer all around. Get rid of all cancer. She's like, I plan on it. I said, I'm going to hold you to that, woman. I'm okay, Spitfire. It's sad because there's nothing I can do for her. You know, it's just not. Yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with her for a while. Like I said, she really can't do much. And like there's really nothing around here. It's like she can't go walk around somewhere. She can't just a lot of things she can't do. So I know, Toodles. Because it's hard. It's hard knowing it's the last time I'm ever going to see her. It's not like, all right, I'll come back next year. You know? I agree. Some people have lost their humanity. It is hopeless. I've never, I'm trying to think, other than Brad's funeral, which he was already dead, I don't think I've ever had that. That's the last time I'm going to see this person. You know what I mean? The only time I ever felt that was Brad's funeral, and he was dead already. And speaking of, before I forget, let me bring this up. So I know Ziggy has been getting a lot of shit from a lot of different places about her, um, her with her ex, and people don't understand. And I'm not sticking up for Ziggy in any which way, shape, or form, but this needs to be said. So people give her a lot of shit about her and Jim was split up and her and her boyfriend weren't together and she was using him and blah, blah, blah. And her response is, look, I was with the guy for 10 years. I was on and off with Brad for 16 and a half years. I fucking hated him. I literally hated him. But I also loved him. And he put me through hell. But at the end of the day, we had a son together, and he was the love of my life. Doesn't mean I fucking didn't hate him. Doesn't mean he wasn't with other women. Doesn't mean I wasn't with other guys. But when you have an attachment to someone, it doesn't go away. So I totally get what Ziggy is saying about, that just because they weren't together at time doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. And it doesn't mean that she didn't care. And I absolutely agree with that. So I just wanted to say that because a lot of people have kind of shunned her and blamed her like there's no way that they weren't even together, he was with someone else, and the family says they didn't even like each other. Yeah, well, that happens. So because again, I fucking hated Brad. I hated everything he stood for. I hated him. I hated the drugs. There was so many fucking things I hated. But you know what? Loved him more than I've ever loved anyone. And that feeling didn't go away. Looking at him in his casket, I said, I hope you burn in hell. Those were the last words I said to him. I hope you burn in fucking hell forever. I still cry over him. I still get upset over him. So I just want to, for anyone that thinks that, Ziggy's so wrong for that, I just wanted to put that out there. Because I know what she's saying. And again, I don't know their relationship, but I do know exactly what she's saying. And I agree with it. It is a feeling you can't explain. Hate and love is blurred lines. Amen. No, I fucking hated him. I really did. And I wasn't upset when he died. I mean, I was upset when he died, but looking at him at the casket, oh, I was just mad. I was like, well, isn't this bittersweet? I had so many fucking feelings going through my head. That I was driving down the road yesterday and I heard Save Me by Jellyfish. What's his name? Is it Jellyfish? Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll. And I started crying out of nowhere. And I see Brad standing in front of me singing that to me. I don't know why I start crying. The guy's an asshole. But, so, it is what it is. Yeah, Jelly Roll. Jellyfish, Jelly Roll. Same thing. I'm surprised I heard him on the radio. I didn't think he could be on the radio. I thought he was an independent artist. But he was on radio here. Peanut butter and jelly. Damn right. Jelly Roll, Jellyfish, same thing. That was 100% the strong. Oh, absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. People that are coming at her saying, oh, they were fighting, they were this, they were that, it means nothing. When someone's dead, they're gone. There's no speaking to them after that. There's no calling in the middle of the night. There's no conversations you can have. There's no apologies you can have. They're gone. And thank you, Andrea. And there's no way to turn it around. There's just not. So many times I want to call Brad. I can't. There's so many times that I want to, I look at our messages and I can't. And that's kind of how I feel about Jonice too. Everyone that knew Jonice back in the day knows that she is a fucking um she is a emoji queen. That was her thing, emoji queen. No, Smitten, I don't think she wants to do it. We spoke about it. I don't think she can do it. Like, I don't think she's strong enough to do it. Oh shit, I gotta charge my phone. I don't think she's strong enough to do it. Ow. Whoops. Where's my charger? How do I grab them? I do. I look at our text messages and, him sending me stuff about wife stuff. And I'm like, why are you sending me shit about wife? Like a wife group? Oh, come on. I'm not going back to my car again. No way. I've been to my car fucking twice already. Now I sound like Ziggy with the fucking sniffing. Hold on. Yeah, I am not kidding. I am like the furthest room here. Come on, I really don't have a damn charger. I could have sworn I took them. Aha. This one. Mm. Let's see if this works. I don't know if it'll work, but we'll try. Of course not, because that's the wrong fucking cord. I may have to end the live based on a cord. I would swear I grabbed the cords out of the car. I'm gonna try one more time. He really didn't grieve. I even asked him this year for Christmas. I said, Dayton, how are you? He's like, Mom, I'm fine. Are you sure? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. Okay. I do not have my cord. How did I do that? I was positive. I grabbed my cords out of the car. Oh, got this. See if this works. All right. Let's see. Ow. Hold on. I had to take my case off. Without fucking this up. See if this works. All right. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but we'll see. Mm. All right. Wish me luck. Oop. Ow. All right. Let's see. Hang on. It should be charging. It's not. What the fuck? All right. There we go. It's working. Yay. All right. Now let's try this. I think we're back in business. Hold on. Mm. Fuck. It's like one or the other. All right. Let's say we're good. We did it. All right. We did it. Woohoo. Got it. You're dizzy? I'm sorry. How do you think I felt? All right. I have no burgers. That's a good thing. I'm falling. All right. Yeah, I can't believe that happened. Everything went off. But it's working now. It's charging. So it's holding. Oh my God, it's 10 o'clock already? I have so much food left over. Like 4 different types of shrimp, coconut shrimp. At least I got breakfast. Calamari, that's the worst. Don't eat fried calamari at Red Lobster. Bleh. No cord for the drapes. No. No, it's weird. Like I had to close it with a clip. Hey, Brian. And then me and Jonice were talking about my cancer, and I told her, I said it's different. I'm not the same as she is. I'm not even close to the same. Even if my ANCA score comes back 80, I'm still not in the position she's in. So I don't look at it like that. I don't know. People say cancer's cancer, but I don't see it like that. I just don't. And she even said that to me. She's like, why do people have such a problem that you're so positive? I have no idea, Denise. I really, truly don't. I said, because everyone in this community is so used to being fucking robbed. Everyone in this community is so used to being lied to that when people are on, it's like, oh, she must be lying. No. But Brian, my type of cancer and her type of cancer is night and day. You know, I have a I had a tumor that was removed. She's not that lucky. She went found out about it. She was stage 4. And she was misdiagnosed the first time, which I didn't know that. I mean, I think I did know that, but forgot. But she was misdiagnosed for over a year. And by the time they found it again, it was stage 4. which sucks because it may have been able to be avoided. She could have maybe lived if they would have diagnosed it correctly when it first happened. So, hey, Southern Gal. And that's sad too. I mean, that makes it even worse. You know, she has to wear a colostrophe, I think it's called, bag till she's gone. She's in rough shape. Medical fields is not a perfect. I agree with you, but there's certain things that doctors should have tested for. She has rectal cancer, col- colostomy. She had well, now it's terminal, but originally stage 4 rectal cancer. Yeah, but I don't know. I think they should have fucking tested her. But I think that's what makes it even worse, that it may have been able to be aware. I know Spitfire. I keep hearing that. Now, Alabama, from what I saw, it's hitting tonight and not tomorrow. Rhonda, I totally agree with that. We can all learn something from Jonice. I absolutely agree. They're all tragedy pimps. They use whatever ailment or offense they can to grift. For Laura to come out and say she has cancer and not be whining about it is something they understand. Is not something they understand. I absolutely agree with that, sweet one. Yeah, I heard about that Friday. Brother-in-law went colostomy. They said good them 4 weeks later. He had a problem, went back, and it had spread everywhere. Yep, double VEGF treatment. Yeah, they. She told me they originally told her it was a oh, what's it called? Um, like a broken hemorrhoid or something is what they originally told her. If caught early, correct. I think all cancer is curable if it's caught early. That hers spread so quickly, but originally they may have been able to do something. But I mean, like hindsight's 2020, it doesn't even matter. That's the twins' birthday is the 11th. And one more thing I want to discuss is about Republican Ash. Brian just reminded me of this. There's a lot of debate going on right now with Republican Ash and whatever happened happened. And if you're new to this community, you have no idea who, um, I don't know who BAH is. Who's Ba? I have no idea who Ba is. Um, yeah, Fluffer's today. That's right. I forgot. Today's Fluffer's birthday. I totally forgot. I'm such a bad doggy mommy. Thank you, Southern Gal. Totally forgot it was Fluffer's birthday. We were going to celebrate it when I get home. He knows. He knows. Okay. You have to take rep as. Okay. Not just that, Joy. Let me tell you how I feel about Republican Ash. And again, this is OG drama, people. I know that Jonice was listening to Tracy. By the way, Jonice absolutely loves Tracy. We tried FaceTiming her together. Tracy didn't answer. Tracy, she would love to talk to you face to face. So tomorrow, Tracy, answer your damn phone. So, anywho, um, Republican ads. Jonice told me Tracy did a live about Republican ads, but I didn't listen to it yet. But then I heard, I think it was Diane and Sin that went after, or were talking about Republican Ash. My Discord is pretty mixed on this one. Republican Ash has autism. We've gone through this already. We have discussed this already. You have to take what she says as someone with autism. Now, again, someone with autism doesn't mean they don't know right or wrong. Someone with autism doesn't mean that they don't understand right or wrong, because they absolutely do. But her views are her views. Whether you agree with them or not, just take it with a grain of salt. Okay, this is how she feels. She's entitled to feel that way. Let her feel that way. There's no reason for Diane to drag her. And if Diane didn't drag her, then I apologize. I just heard they were talking about her. There's not enough content in the world that you got to talk about Republican Ash's fucking religious beliefs. Who cares if she's right or wrong? There's a lot of crazy religious people out there. I I just I don't know. I feel like we're going backwards instead of forwards. You know, I could think of 5 people off the top of my head that make better conversation than going after Republican Ash. Now, again, I didn't listen to Tracy, who I know is fair about Ash. So maybe I should listen to that before I speak on it. But Ash is harmless. She doesn't fucking bother anybody. She's not bothering anybody. If she has crazy beliefs, so do have fucking religious people out there. Lots of people have crazy beliefs. Get over it. So, again, I don't know exactly what happened. I just know that we've been here before, and Republican Ash can say some off the wall stuff, but so can a lot of people. I've heard a lot of people say off the wall stuff, and they're not dragged for it. Usually it doesn't affect the way I feel. Her saying we're awful because we celebrate Christmas and Easter doesn't bother me. That's her opinion. What is she? I thought she was Christian. Now she's Jehovah's Witness or something. And I say the same thing to her that I say to my own son. Be as religious as you want. If religion helps you stay off drugs, if religion helps you do good in school, if religion helps you live a better life, then believe whatever the fuck you want. If not believing Christmas and Easter make her feel better, or hey Gina, make her a better person, so be it. Living, that's for her. I'd have some say if I was told my sister lifestyle was a sin if I had a lesbian sister. But it's a sin to her. It's not a sin to you. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's coming out right, but I'll use Gina for example, because she's here. If someone says that a trans is wrong, that's their belief. I don't agree with it. I think you're born that way, just like you're born gay. You can't change it. That's my beliefs. There are a lot of people that disagree with me. That's okay. They can disagree with me. As long as they're not um as long as they're not physically hurting the person. Do you know what I mean? No, Laura, but I love you. That's your opinion. My opinion is I don't care what the Bible says. The Bible is man-made. I don't care what the Bible says. Wendy V didn't block her because she's religious. She should have not typed that. But that's where her autism comes in. All Wendy V has to say is, I didn't block you because you're religious, and move on. I don't know. I see it differently. And I'm not saying that people don't need to be held accountable, But it's just her opinion. Her opinion isn't right. Her opinion isn't wrong. It's just her opinion. Everybody's got one. You do not have to be a Jesus freak to get some good info out of the Bible. Again, Brian, that's your opinion. I can disagree with Christianity. It doesn't mean I'm going to hate any Christian. I can still disagree with it. Can you adjust the camera? Yeah. I don't want to break it again. Better? Is that better? I don't want it to fall. Old Testament is more correct. I agree. I'm just saying, an opinion is an opinion. Everybody's got one. Don't be picking on my curtains, woman. But we couldn't live in Old Testament because the Old Testament is eye for an eye. We can't live eye for an eye. The whole world would cave in. I wish we could live eye for an eye, but we can't. I have lots of opinions. Exactly. I have lots of opinions. You know what I'm saying, though? Everybody's got opinions. Doesn't make one right or one wrong. It's just an opinion. Just like cases. Some people think Brian Kohlberg is guilty. Some people think Brian Kohlberg is innocent. Who's right? Nobody yet. We don't know who's right. We don't know who's right. We don't know who's wrong. It's just one of those things. It is what it is. That's how I see it. I don't know. I just think people are on her too much. Like if she tells me I'm an idiot because of that I'm agnostic and I'm going to hell, okay, that's your opinion. Exactly. Doesn't matter how you cook them, they're all still cooked eggs. An eye for an eye will make the whole world. I agree with that. I'm just saying nobody knows what religion is real. I don't listen to her much time out, but I know she's autistic. And I know autistic people can come out with some crazy things. I do know that. Most religious people judge. And that's, let her judge all day long. Doesn't affect me. You can't let people's opinions get to you. You shouldn't let what other people think about you dictate who you are or what you think. I know, not just an opinion, I know for a fact people that think trans or gay or lesbian, I know lesbian's gay, but trans, they think that they decided to wake up one day and that's who they were. That's an ignorant opinion. So I just kind of fucking blow it off, like whatever. In my opinion, that's an ignorant opinion. KKK thinking they're superior is an ignorant opinion. I don't fuck with ignorant opinions. Um, she's aggressive and she blamed Randy. She blamed Randy's S. I don't even believe Randy had an attempt, to be honest with you. I think it was all a lie. I don't care what anyone says. I don't believe it. And I'm entitled to my opinion. Yeah, you can't live the way by what other people think of you or think how you should live. And I believe that, Gina. I really truly believe that. And that's what I'm saying. My best friend since 8th grade, her daughter is trans, or her son is trans. I always forget which was the proper way to say it. But she had a daughter who's now, wants to live as a guy. He's young, he's only 15. And he didn't wake up one day and say, well, I think I'm going to piss my mom off and be trans. It's a hard life to live. It's not easy. It's not something people choose. It's who they are. Just like I'm a girl. I like being a girl. Well, what if I wasn't a girl? What if I wanted to be a boy? It's something that doesn't just hit you at 15. It's something you know your whole life. God gave this body as a gift. You know what? Even God can make mistakes. Plain and simple. Because the same people that say that, Brian, are the same people that say, you know, your grandson died wasn't a mistake. Of course it was a mistake. Why did, Hurricane Katrina kill so many people? Well, because you all have free will. It's the same thing. You can't pick and choose what part of God doesn't make mistakes and then say, well, God made a mistake here. Or why did this one die at 68? Why did, someone lose a child at 20? Well, wouldn't that be a God mistake? So that's why I don't, people just pick and choose when God makes a mistake. I've dated females 100% believe in God, but love my gay friends and embrace them. Their seat at God's table is their business. I'ma just keep loving them. That's exactly right. Brain and the body are two separate things. I agree with that too. But you know what I'm saying though? Like you can't pick and choose which mistakes God made. If you believe that God does make mistakes, then he could make mistakes at birth too. God doesn't, if you believe in God, God makes mistakes. Why'd God kill, why does a 7-month-old die of cancer? Why does all the kids at St. Jude, why did they have cancer? Because that's a mistake. That's not free will. No kid gets born and dies at 3 due to free will. I don't look at it as a mistake. I think he made me that way for a reason. We just don't know it yet. Maybe I was put here to teach the world a lesson and open their heart. That's a good way to look at it, Gina. Paths and struggles is pre-written. That's another belief. My daughter is bi, and I've never loved her any less than any other kids. And I agree with that too, Spitfire. I tell my kids that all the time. God doesn't make mistakes. They were the only perfect one. Satan is also in this world doing his worst. Come on, see, I can't get it. I can't buy that. That's like an excuse. That I agree with too. That sometimes, you're put here for struggles. I have been seeing Jonice Jen. I spent a whole day with her. It was wonderful. But definitely rewind. Love everyone, judge no one, watch what happens. Hey, Mona. Is Wendy V autistic? If you pull that string, I think you can close your curtain. There is no string. The curtain's cut off. And I agree with that too. Like, I tell my best friend that. I think she's too young. Why are you streaming in my shorts? I'm not in shorts. As long as I'm happy and being treated right, what is it to anyone else? Amen. It's not wear live mode. I'm just on cell phone. I can't help the current. There's no string. It's only the ends, and then you have like a white thing. Yeah, Wendy V is not autistic. Republican Ash is autistic. Wendy V's just drunk a lot. So I used her exactly. It's got the white thing. I just don't like Oh, you can't rewind it? I didn't have anything to do with that, I promise. That's what my granddaughter said. She was gay this year. She likes boys. It was just a phase. There is no cord to pull. There is no shade. You are the family that drives me crazy. The video format is like that of shorts video for some reason. Oh, I don't know why. I really don't. Oh, I can do it. Hold on. Oh, I can do bubbles. Bubbles. Dance mode. Ooh. See, I'm never on my cell phone. 8mm. Documentary mode. Ooh, haunting. Okay, that's a little bright. That's it. That's the only things you get. Hey, Ruby. Let's stick with bubbles. I like bubbles. Bubbles. Guys, hit that thumbs up. There's only 60 thumb ups. DJ Purple. Yes, government, I do accept super chats. I do. I accept super chats. I accept cash apps. I accept, Jen, I can't look at it now though. I accept PayPal. I accept candle orders. I accept everything. There is not. That is as far as it goes. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm leaving tomorrow. Can't find a like button? I don't accept Bitcoins. That I don't accept. I don't like Bitcoins. I am so not looking forward to this 9-hour fucking drive tomorrow home. But I'm going to get some video of Cincinnati on the way out. Last night coming in, I was like, oh my God, it is WKRP in Cincinnati. I don't need the cord anymore. It's done. I'm leaving in the morning. And I heard some people are getting blocked. I can't touch it until I get back home. But if I see people that are blocked that shouldn't be blocked, I'm going to remove some wrenches. You can tell you're streaming in Ohio from a potato. Because nobody should be blocked except people I block and trolls. So, time to remove some wrenches. I have not done Buy Me a Coffee. Actually, I think my other channel had Buy Me a Coffee. YouTube has raised leeching to an art form. What do you mean? It's been very good, Ruby. Yeah, no, not this stream. I've gotten some emails, but I can't check it while I'm on my cell phone. Maybe you said autism. No, I was talking about Republican Ash, not Wendy V. Now creators can give out to, yeah, we've been able to do that. I did that last month, and I keep forgetting about it. Like they don't remind you. Let me see if I don't know if I could do it from my cell phone. I don't think I can. Let's see. Mute microphone, save highlight, share. Uh, I don't think it gives me an option. Let's try chat. Oh, I can. Hold on. No. Chat viewing options. All messages are visible. Message super chat. I guess that's not it. Let's try that. Start a poll. Oh, wait. Creative tools. No. I could start a poll. I could turn my camera around. Yeah, it doesn't give me the option here. Try the buttons. No. There's no way for me to do it from my cell phone. All right. No. Doesn't give me the option. Adds to list to nag Laura about. Yeah, I did it last month. I forgot this month. Those in YouTube live mode, those filters, Laura, I can never find. I can see them, but I can never. Oh, you gotta hit the microphone looking thing with the stars around it. Oh, to rewind, just touch the screen. Yeah, I like the bubbles. Bubbles. Were you happy about or complaining about? Oh no, they're like $2.50 a gallon. I can't believe how cheap it is. They think it's high here. I'm like, hell no, we're like $3. New York is like over 4. I was like, damn, $2.50 a gallon? Go Ohio. No, I was saying it was cheap. It was $2.97 in Kentucky. That's what it is by me. Is it really? It's $3 by us. Yeah, Ruby, what's it by you? 276 where I am, and see, it's cheap by you guys. When I left, it was $2.97 by me. Oh. Oh, I don't want to drive home tomorrow. Ugh. Did I tell you guys they gave me an SUV? Nissan, a 2024 Nissan Rogue. It's a nice SUV. I only paid for an intermediate, so I got a really good deal. Thanks, Christy. I don't want to drive home. I hate driving home. And I guess, oh, I can imagine. Illinois gas prices are high. It's a nice ride. You got to go through Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, and then Alabama. No, the Rogue, it's really comfortable. And the stick shift is weird. I never saw anything like it. But it happens to be a nice car. Hey, Leslie. You hate the late. It's only because it's on my cell phone. I'm going to drive through Oz again. Probably. I'm going to take video. Oh, my God. You know what they have here? Hey, Yarn. And I didn't get a picture of it. I'm going to hopefully get a picture of it tomorrow. They're recycling bins that you put like outside your house. Their recycling bins are pink for breast cancer. I wish we had those recycling bins. Like, the big ones that you put outside, they're pink. And Jonice said they have breast cancer awareness in it. I'm like, that is awesome. I love my Rogue. It got flooded. Yeah, no, it's a new fancy one. It is so weird, Audacity. That's what I'm saying. I never saw anything like it. Transmission went out 3,000 miles. Oh, no shit, Troy. I loved my Kia Soul, but I've heard they've had problems. I happen to got lucky. Don't say that, Sage. All right, I'm gonna get off. I gotta call my daughter. Um, but I will hit you guys up on the way home tomorrow. Yes, definitely rewind. I'm gonna end it now. I gotta call Sage. So I will hit you guys up tomorrow. I don't know what time I'm leaving. Once I leave the hotel, then I'm going over to. I did Ruby. I'm gonna talk about it when I get home. Uh, I I am going to see Jonice tomorrow, and I don't know what time I'm leaving. It really depends on the weather, how the weather's going to be. So, all right, I'll see you beautiful people tomorrow. And maybe Jonice will go live with me tomorrow. We'll see. So, all right. And she can tell you all herself. So, all right, I'll see you beautiful people later. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. And I'll talk to you guys later. And thank you guys for Super Chat, PayPal, Cash Apps, whatever. All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace.